on this episode of American Travelers. We are coming in to the port of Sydney, Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia actually means New Scotland. The city is perched on the eastern coast of Cape Breton Island.
We're in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and this is the home of the largest violin.
During World War II, Sydney Harbor was a critical nerve center for the Battle of the Atlantic. The Merchant Navy Memorial, a somber tribute to the sailors who braved the North Atlantic during World War II. Over 2,200 Canadian merchant seamen were lost, along with 91 Canadian vessels.
We take a stroll along the harbor and run into this man playing a bagpipe.
My name is Glen Campbell, not like the singer. I hear Rhinestone Cowboy and lineman for the county all the time, but that's not me. I grew up here. I learned piping at a very early age. I learned from the pipe major of the military band. A lot of kids would go play hockey or they would engage in soccer or some other team activity or sports thing. My parents sent me off to learn Celtic music. And they teach piping and drumming and Gaelic language. I'm heavily involved in the Scottish culture because my father was.
We are walking to the center of town. Check out the rolling cones. I guess the owner was a big Rolling Stones fan.
A lot of history here.
On the way, we stop at St. Patrick Church Museum.
Next is the Jost House Museum. The museum is historically associated with the prominent merchant families of the 18th century. Built around 1787, it showcases the evolution of a Sydney home through 3 centuries.
What you're looking at here, why they're so different than the floors of today's standards, is because post carpentry didn't exist in Sydney at the time. It wasn't a profession. No one really knew how to build houses. Population was very small, and everyone's knowledge and use of the trades related back to the ocean. How to fish, how to sail, how to build ships. So you couldn't get anyone to professionally do your floors. However, who you could get would be a shipbuilder, and a shipbuilder would come up and he would do your floors just as he would a ship. Hence the big wide wooden planks with the rope. A lot of people say it looks like a pirate ship. Well, that's why right there. Imagine being on a rope bed here. And you may be familiar with the expression, good night, sleep tight. Well, this is where it comes from. Because quite literally, in order to have a good night, you had to pull these ropes nice and tight. Now, help me out with the other part of that expression. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Very common expression, everyone knows that. Well, that comes from your mattress here. So your mattress is full of straw and hay, which would come from farms, and typically had a lot of bugs in it. Now they're on your bed, they're bed bugs. So it's a good idea to take this mattress outside at least once a day, shake it on the yard to shake all the bugs out of it, then put it back and go to sleep. So to recap, good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, but if they do, take your shoe and beat them till they're black and blue, as the full expression goes.
My name is Debbie Phillips, and I'm from a local town close by. One of our favorite stories that we tell our visiting tourists is the anchor story. In 1980, we had an oil tanker come into the Sydney Harbor, and when they pulled up their anchor, this anchor was attached to it. So one day we had a tourist come from Great Britain, and he was part of the Marine Navy, and he said he knows exactly where the anchor came from. He said it came from the ship that he worked on for many years called a man-of-war ship.
She showed us some interesting art, including this picture of the Joker. Do you see the 7 women? We would highly recommend a visit to Sydney, Nova Scotia. On to our next adventure. Thanks for watching American Travelers.